Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Smashed Steel by M.J. Fields. Narrated by J.F. Harding and Lucy Rivers. Love is the most important thing in the world, but baseball is pretty good too. Yogi Berra. Goodbye Minor Leagues. Amias. When it rains, it pours, I think, looking down over the city as the sun takes a knee to the day and the rain attempts to wash away its troubles. The troubles my family has faced over the past few years has been more than anyone I know could possibly handle on their own. I thank God on the daily for our family and the way we all work together as a team to get through this thing called life. My sister Triss, just a year younger than me, lost her shit after a boyfriend cheated on her. For a good 6 months, she partied, kissed every damn punk she could get her lips on. Probably would have went a fuck of a lot further if myself and our cousins weren't around to break that shit up. She lost it so badly that she even tried to take her life. After her diagnosis, bipolar personality disorder, getting married to a guy who she had only met a few months prior, a much older guy, a guy who didn't even speak English, and then a trip/honeymoon around the world with our older sister Brissa, she seems to have leveled out and is now back in the U.S. The troubles are behind us now. I hold up my beer and tap it to the glass and toast to the setting sun. Come on, man. Let's roll. Cowboy, our first baseman, calls from behind me. There are drinks to be had and ass to be handled. When I was called up, and the guys I played with in the minors, guys I had gotten really close with, weren't, it sucked to walk away. We were tight, still are tight, but it won't last. I bought this place in the Bronx so that I'm closer to Yankee Stadium, right after I signed an endorsement deal with Indestructible. Even with social media and all the stupid shit you see and read about people making bank on some seriously stupid fucking shit, it shocked me that they gave me a cool mill to hold their damn bat. Easy come, easy go. But straight up, there's nothing easy about making a dream come true and staying on top of it. So this place is an investment. My family would be crashing here for home games. 4 bedrooms, only one in use on the daily, all state-of-the-art shit everywhere, and a kick-ass gym on the 3rd floor of the apartment complex. I'm not afraid to be alone, but having been a team player from birth, having had a crew all my life, and knowing the likelihood of seeing any of these guys in the same dugout where I would be hanging my hat, the odds sucked. It was a no-brainer to invite them to come chill, and of course to hit the clubs in the evenings. The guys have been here for 2 weeks. They all head back to their respective corners of the world in the morning. So tonight, we drink, and then they go to the airport hotel and sleep until they board their prospective flights. I will either come back here or head home for the weekend to chill. Not sure what will happen yet. It all depends on what we run into tonight. Let's get a move on. Hawk, our second baseman, chimes in. Chill. He'll be ready when he's ready. Noor, our shortstop, adds. Chill? Cannon, our catcher, huffs. I'm going back to Indiana. Indy fucking Anna. I have one more night to push down on plush pussy before heading back to Indy fucking Anna. We collectively finish his sentence. Fuck you all. Cannon barks. All we've been doing is hitting clubs. Doesn't matter a shit bit that I'm a minor. Every bar owner knows damn well who I am. The newest and youngest player in the MLB. They practically roll out the red carpet. Not only do they let me in, but I drink for free. The problem with that is the women come crawling when they think you're someone. And yeah, that was cool for the past few weeks, but now it's getting old. When you get sick of fucking beautiful women every night, the jersey chasers on the road when we're playing minors, and the ones who want to bag a pro athlete at the clubs we've been hitting, this is definitely a problem. Shit needs to simmer, and I need to get back into the routine. Hell, even my workout schedules have been dicked up. I hate late morning or afternoon workouts. They just don't give me the same buzz morning training sessions do. But when you're out into the wee hours, you don't hit it at 5 or 6 in the morning. Well, not the gym, anyway. I promised the boys a good time, and I am nothing if not a man of my word. They are all planning to leave here and get their heads straight before spring training, where they hope to catch the powers that be's eye and get called up. Truth be told, I hope to fuck they do. They're all the kind of friends that I should have been making in high school. Instead, I kept my AirPods in just to avoid conversation with anyone but family. Hell, I kept them in when I was getting head in the hallways, under the stairs, bleachers, empty bathroom stalls, classrooms. I inwardly scold myself for being so fucking stupid back then. Not about the girls. They wanted me. They got me. But about keeping everyone at arm's length because life was pretty fucked up there for a hot minute. Can't be that way. Not anymore. Gotta find my new crew. I look at my watch, a Rolex, my graduation gift from Dad and Mom. Engraved on the inside is, "It's your time. Love, Mom and Dad." My time is standing at the plate. The ball pitched at me is every dream I've ever had wrapped in cowhide and ready to soar. The bat, every issue we've dealt with over the past few years, splintering into pieces. Until then, grab some beers, and let's toast to us. Stop looking at the time, man. Cowboy slurs, or at least I think he does. Maybe it's my brain that's slurred. We've been pounding shots while bouncing from bar to bar. Just checking out how much time we have before you all hit the airport hotel. You got a date? He hands me another shot. I look around at the women surrounding us. I'm not seeing anything I haven't seen before. Oh shit, he chuckles. I scowl at him. Oh shit, what? He barks out. You're looking for something steady. The guys all swing their heads toward me. I already got a steady. Just looking for a side piece. I hold up my shot. To the only steady that matters. Baseball. They all hold up theirs and cheer. To baseball.
Doctors tell me I have the body of a 30-year-old. I know I have the brain of a 15-year-old. If you've got both, you can play baseball. Pete Rose. Bachelorette Party. Ellis. My body vibrates to the beat of the techno music playing as I look down from the coveted VIP section of Kingston's at the packed dance floor. I grimace. The average 26-year-old single woman living in New York City would be in her glory if she were able to get into this club. The average 26-year-old single woman living in New York City would be in her glory if she were in strappy red-bottomed heels, a gift from the bride-to-be. The average 26-year-old single woman living in New York City would love the black sequin designer dress that hits well above the knees and shows off every curve. The average 26-year-old single woman living in New York City would be down on the dance floor, trying to remove single from her label. She would be doing shots off abs, flirting, dancing, grinding up on any one of the men down there in designer clothes with expensive Italian leather shoes and a bright, shiny Rolex watch wrapped around his wrist, hoping his name was preceded with the initials DR. Although I am technically the average 26-year-old single woman living in New York City, I'm also a mom, and as of 2 weeks ago, the initials DR with the period precede my own name. Clubbing is so far out of my norm that I may as well be on Mars. Heels instead of tennis shoes or slides, or a dress hugging my curves when I prefer leggings hugging my ass and a baggy sweatshirt covering my curves that have no business being showcased in this damn dress. Lily spins me around and starts slipping her sash over my head. As soon as I realize what she's doing, I start smacking at her hands to, once again, stop her from literally labeling me something I'm not. I shake my head. No! You're the bride-to-be, not me. I promise, JR, no flopping man meat will touch this. She waves her hand up and down the front of her, the pink sash waving like a flag in my face. Unless it's his. You're the only single bridesmaid, Ellis, so you have to take one for the team. Bridesmaids are not technically a team, I argue, as she throws the sash over my head like she's playing ring toss at a carnival. Throwing her arms around me, pinning my hands between us and rendering them useless, she laughs. You certainly are a team. Team Lily. Fine, I'll give you that, but what makes you think I want man meat touching me? I tug at it, disgust evident in my tone. You haven't had sex in years. Her sister Tanya, the matron of honor, gives me a tight smile. God, I hate this shit. The fact that a size 0, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, all-American Southern belle and would-be stranger, if it wasn't for the fact that Lily and I bonded during graduate school, knows my shit. Lily whips around and faces her sister, who may as well be her twin, Tanya being the evil one, of course, if not for the 2 years' age difference. That information was a drunken slip. You don't get to use it as ammo. Smiling, she turns back to me, leans in and whispers, "Nothing wrong with getting broke back in by someone who's well-versed in the art of seduction and knows how to move their bod." "Oh, wear the stupid sash, but don't you dare try to live vicariously through me," I grumble, as I straighten the damn thing. "Shots!" Bridget, another one of our recent classmates and fellow December graduate, yells. Looking down at the sash, I shake my head. Normally, I would stick to my 3-drink limit for the night. Hangovers and a 4-year-old with more energy than National Grid don't mix. But if I have to deal with a stripper shaking his man-meat in my face, I am going to need a bit more to drink. 2 shots later, and I notice Tanya, Bridget, Colleen, and Natalie, Team Lily, and some of Lily's cousins and friends from Texas are all huddled together, talking while Lily and I look over the railing. She sighs. "I asked her not to get a stripper." I don't point out the obvious, and that's that her sister doesn't listen to anything. She already knows that Tanya does what Tanya wants to do. But seriously, Ellis, if he's hot, why not? Do I need to list all the reasons I shouldn't have sex with a stripper? I mean, obviously make him use a condom, but a condom makes him less of a stripper? I ask, watching Tanya hurry past us and to the stairs leading down to the lower level. Lily hip-checks me, calling my attention back to her. "Girl, JR tried to hook you up with his brother, who runs a hedge fund, and he wasn't your type. The barista at our morning coffee shop, who hit on you daily for 3 years, wasn't your type. And Professor Hoskins wasn't your type, so maybe you like the blue-collar guys." JR's brother is a nice enough guy, but he looks like he wants 5 kids, 2 dogs, and a trophy wife. I don't want any more kids, prefer cats, and will never be a trophy wife. "You're stunning, Alice." "I'm not stunning. I'm short and stocky. I'll never be stunning." Ignoring her, I continue. "The barista is stoned at 7 in the morning, every morning. That's not my thing, and neither is the fact that he has a genius IQ, yet 0 ambition." "How do you know he doesn't have goals?" I huff. "He's stoned by 7 in the morning at his place of employment." "Fine. And Hoskins?" "He was an asshole for the entire year, then asks me out?" "Which is professional," she points out. "He could have tried to nail you while you were his student." "He's like 40. I pretend to gag, then lean down to see where Tanya is going. I don't particularly care for her personality or her in general, but no woman should be alone in a club. Lily laughs. "Well, you need to test drive a few men, so when you're ready to settle down, you know what kind of car you want to buy." "You're insane," I grumble. Taking the double shot glass from Bridget, hold it up, tap glasses with the others, and then toss back the vodka. Throat burning, I turn and set the empty glass on the high-top table behind me and catch a glimpse of Tanya walking up the stairs, followed by 5 guys. 5? I inwardly cringe. The blonde has on a cowboy hat, a flannel shirt, and jeans. He's at least 6 foot. Hell, they all are. The black man looks like he's dressed as a sexy undercover cop, maybe a detective. One of the 2 dark-haired men has a short cut all around, but long on top. If his hair wasn't colored with platinum tips, he would look like a military man. Another is either Middle Eastern or of Indian descent, with long hair and pouty lips. The tallest one, with the broadest shoulders, killer traps holding up his long-sleeve tee like a hanger, is wearing a baseball hat. His black hair curls around the cap, chiseled face lightly bearded, and doing not a thing to hide the asshole smirk on his incredibly full lips. If he did try to hide it, it would be given away in his expressive eyes. I think they're green, maybe blue. He definitely looks like he's the most dangerous of all the male types, the cocky and athletic species. Lily nudges me, drawing my attention to her own smirk and arched brow. She totally knows I think he's hot. Did your sister hire the Village People look-alike crew? Lily laughs out loud. Maybe. I wouldn't put it past her. And let me just point out that every damn one of them is smoking hot. She throws her arms around me and hugs me again. Drunk Lily is even huggier than sober Lily. Alice, you have an all-you-can-eat stud buffet to sample from before you decide who to take down to your room and feast on. I agreed to play decoy. I wiggle out of her evil clutches. I will not feed into your need to live vicariously through me. Oh, you will, but not until I'm feeling that 7-year itch they warn about. If, I tell her, if you feel it, I'm hopeful JR's the real deal. She hugs me again. And I'm hoping you can at least get your lady bits rocked before it's been so long you shrivel up inside altogether and decide men held absolutely no value. She steps back and grabs my shoulders. Don't you dare let one bad apple spoil the bunch. Your guy is out there, Ellis. You just have to allow yourself to be vulnerable again. Before I have time to remind her the kind of balls and strength it took for me to mother an infant my senior year in college, graduate third at UNC, and then, turning around, move from North Carolina to New York City with a baby, and slam the doctorate program in physical therapy, graduating first in my class, the blonde with the cowboy hat walks straight up to me, grabs my hand, kisses the back, and then leads me to a chair near the center of the now empty space. I glance around and see that the furniture has been moved. There is now a wide-open space in the middle of the VIP section and one chair directly in the center. Have a seat, darling. Glaring at Tanya, I remind myself that this is for Lily, and I allow him to take me to the chair where I sit and fix the sash of lies. I watch as the crew of stripper hotties, tormentors, huddle together, and my anxiety, embarrassment, and all-around WTF am I doing kind of shock swims in my head. I grip the seat to stop myself from giving in to the overwhelming desire to run. The girls all take a seat on the couches around the perimeter, looking at me like they wish they were me. Be my freaking guest, I think, as I glare at them all one by one. This is not how I expected the night to go, Lily. I scold her sternly as I take the shot she's offering me, then look at her sister. 5? Fucking 5? Lily gives me a sloppy grin. You're a lucky night. When the club music changes to the only song I have recognized all night, Candy Shop by 50 Cent, I wish with everything that I am that I could shrink like Ant-Man and scurry away unseen. When I hear Lily and the girls hoot and howl, I slide down farther into the seat as the guys break their huddle and line up. 5 asses face us, 5 sets of narrow hips swaying left, then right to the beat of the music. They all take their shirts off and throw them on the floor as they turn and... Fuck me dead! Every one of them is built like Greek statues, and being Greek, I'm a fan. The man farthest to the right and the one farthest to the left do a front handspring and land on their feet. I am no longer disgusted. I am entranced by the physicality and skill they just displayed. The one on the left, the most dangerous of all, his eyes roam over me, as mine do the same to him. The shit-ass smirk, the way he thrusts his hips and moves his ass, it reminds me of exactly what I have been missing for almost 5 years. 5 years ago, when I was a totally different person. I should celebrate the fact that my nipples are peaked and my sleeping libido seems to be waking. His ink, black and stunning. Out of my peripheral, I watch them all disperse, except Cowboy and the one who, in my young and more foolish days, I would have picked for my poison. He turns his plain black baseball hat backward, holds one arm out as he rolls his abs, his hips, and thrusts the air to the beat of the music. Exactly what I would have gone for. When Cowboy starts toward me, my picked poison holds his arm out, stopping him, and shakes his head. Fuck, I think, as he moves toward me, then straddles the chair and grinds above me. His body doesn't touch me, but he grabs my hand and runs it slowly up the hard ridges of his muscular abs until it's on his chest. He smells insanely good, like soap, man, and a faint leather musk. I'm buzzed and fucked. More eloquently stated, I'm completely entranced and the iceberg inside of me is melting. He lets go of my hand and grabs the back of the chair, one hand on each side of my head. Then he leans down, and I feel the softness of his stubble and heat of his breath before he speaks. "The bride, huh?" I don't answer him. I hate lies. Plus, his voice, deep, lusty, and hot as hell, is seriously making my ears tingle. He chuckles as he continues fucking the air above me. "Gonna call bullshit. You're the only one up here without a ring." He leans back and looks down at me. "I respect that." Still, I say nothing because I have nothing nice to say and also nothing appropriate. I'm getting a fucking lap dance and he's talking about respect, and it's not like I'm going to say, "I can tell you take excellent care of your body. I respect that you decided to give up on whatever dreams you had and became a stripper." Except I did say it, out loud, and to him. He tosses his head back in laughter. "Oh my God," I gasp. "That was totally inappropriate. I'm sorry." "Buzzed, drunk, or maybe just brutally honest," he interrupts, still laughing. "Buzzed and brutally honest comes from—" I snap my jaw shut when he shoves his hands under my ass and lifts me, as if I weigh nothing, which is not the case at freaking all. I grab his shoulders so that I don't fall. Squeezing them, I moan, "My God, your shoulders are insane." "Your ass is rock solid, sweets." He runs his hand down the back of my leg, grips the back of my knee, and then hitches it around his waist. "Legs thick as fuck." He grabs the back of my other and does the same. "Yeah, well," when I am wrapped around him like a koala bear, he slides his hand up my ass, my back, and then grips the back of my neck. "Hold tight, sweets." He squats and leans forward, laying me on my back. "I can tell you take excellent care of your body. So fucking thick and tight. I respect that so much I didn't squeeze that ass when I wanted to make a meal out of it." He's tossing the words I vomited back at me, but... Make a meal? Elbows beside my head, his full lips in a cocky smirk, an inch from mine, he says, "Sweets, you're hot as hell. I'm hot as hell, but out of respect for what you're doing for your friend and for a woman who takes killer care of herself, I didn't grope you. But when this is done, I'm going to use every weapon in my arsenal to get you out of your head, as well as out of this dress." You want brutal honesty? Demand it. I would never have sex with a stripper. Grinning, he says, "I'm not a stripper, sweets. Your guy didn't show up. When your girl all but begged my boys to fill in, they decided it would be fun. I came along for the ride." He flips us over so I'm on top of him, our bodies now actually touching, and good Lord, it feels so good. Keeping my tone as even as possible, I say, "I call bullshit." He sits up, and we're nose to nose. "Tell me you don't want one night. No strings, no clothes, with me." I shake my head in the negative as he pulls me tight, lifts me, and then places me back on the chair, right where he took me from as the song ends. Unscathed. He returned me unscathed. Leaning in close to my ear, he says softly, "When you change your mind, sweets, and you will change your mind, I'll be at the bar waiting. You don't show, I'm out of here in 15 minutes. You do show, you and I are going to have one hell of a time." Then he steps back and turns away, giving me an amazing view of his ass as he walks away, bends over, another amazing ass shot, grabs his shirt and puts it on. I sit here, buzzed, stunned, and turned on, as all 5 men walk toward the stairway and disappear down the stairs. For all its gentility, its almost leisurely pace, baseball is violence under wraps. Willie Mays. After Party. Ellis. After the guy's exit, I eavesdrop and find out that his story was true. Honestly, I didn't doubt it. He just didn't seem like the kind of guy who needed to lie to get laid. On top of that, he left it in my lap, so to speak. The stripper Tanya hired didn't show up, and she convinced a group of guys to come up, which is why they stayed dressed from the waist down. I lean down and see them all at the bar. HB, for hot bod, as I now am trying to convince myself is all I need, lifts a glass to me, and I grin. Yup, I freaking grin. After telling Lily what just went down, begging her to talk me out of it, knowing damn well she wouldn't, a very long hug, this time provoked by me, and a promise from Lily that she would tell the girls I went back to the room because I was not feeling well, I head down the stairs. I make my way through the packed club toward the bar, and as I get closer, I see a swarm of beautiful, tall, thin women wearing clothes. Beautiful fucking clothes, and shoes that they absolutely belong in. They surround the guys whose insane attractiveness and confidence match the women's. The kind of attractiveness and confidence that only comes with the type of privilege afforded by being born to those who hold you up and not weigh you down. To a privilege of a life where you haven't had your hopes and dreams crushed repeatedly. To a privilege that comes with not having to always do it alone. And here I am, the drunk girl, feeling sorry for herself, which is why I don't have more than 3 drinks. Ever. I hate the place alcohol drags me. As fast as I talked myself into what would have been a hookup, I decide against it. It no longer feels like a no-nonsense, no-strings, no-big-deal kind of thing. Not if my old insecurities are coming back. Insecurities I can't afford to allow back into my head. I'm a mother, for God's sake. When I turn to walk away, I smash my nose against a wall of solid muscle, inhale the all-too-familiar scent of hot bod, and step back. Well, stumble. I totally stumbled back as tears fill my eyes from the impact. With a smile, he grabs my elbows and steadies me. Then HB squats down to my height, a good foot lower, and looks me in the eyes.
Ouch. You okay, sweets?
I pull away and laugh as tears hang in my eyes. I'm fine.
Little badass. Smoking hot and a killer laugh.
He takes my hand, leans in, his whiskers tickling my face, and whispers,
You get any hotter, I'm not gonna last 2 minutes.
2 minutes of this man is probably more than I can handle. I shake my head. I think this is a bad idea. He winks.
Nothing truly orgasmic ever started with a well-thought-out plan.
4 floors and 4 doors. That sexy, confident wink rendered me stupid, completely and totally stupid, for 4 floors and 4 doors.
Key, sweets?
I zip open my tiny little crossbody, a bag that carries nothing but a phone, lipstick, if you're the lipstick type, some cash, and of course, ta-da! I pull out the card and hand it to him.
Ta-da!
He mimics my ridiculous statement in a seriously adorable way, swipes the keycard, and then opens the door. I stand and watch him walk in. Namely, I watch his ass as he walks in. Lord, his ass is amazing. Totally fucking amazing. He turns and looks back at me.
Your room, sweets. You don't need an invitation.
Right. I nod, step in, shut the door behind me, and then turn to see him taking his shirt off. I look down and see his sneakers already off, too.
Sweets.
He unbuttons his pants, pulls his phone out of his pocket, and taps the screen a few times before setting it on the nightstand.
I'm going to need you naked. My ride will be here in an hour, and I plan to spend at least 55 minutes all over you.
I'm going to assume no one in his life has ever accused him of mincing words. I slowly step out of one shoe, then the next, and stand here like an idiot. I have no idea what to do next. I'm buzzed, but not buzzed enough that I'm not thinking clearly. In fact, I'm sure if I were sober and thinking the same thought I am right now, 55 minutes is a hell of a lot of time. I didn't last a full song while he was playing stripper before I started to burn. The desire he entices is near paralyzing. Unbuttoning his pants, he looks at me, his eyes heavy and filled with lust.
Sweets, You sure you want to do this?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?